got too many hoes. I can't you. Like to put that shit in your nose.
And we are back for another one. So excited to get the week started, to see what is happening, and to see where to go from here. If you are new to my channel, I am Ashley, and I kind of go over a weekly analysis of what I believe to be is what we can expect for the week. See if we can get some profit in for the week. So if you are a day trader, intraday trader, or a what do they call the other one? Lord. As long as you're not a scalper, I think you should be doing okay. Like, I don't do a whole lot of scalping. I have linked a few things in a couple of videos. I do believe in my last week's video I linked Archie's page. He actually helps with a lot of scalping techniques, but we're intraday, day trader, and swing over here. So hopefully that is your jam, because that's what we do. So I just kind of want to get started, kind of going into what I believe the week to be. So as I kind of did last week, I noticed last week, oh God, I was sick last week. I'm still recovering, but I said daily when I would mean the weekly, but you have to remember I was sick. I had medicine and in my system and I was using the wrong terms for a lot of stuff. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing for you, and we will just do better moving forward. So again, kind of like what I did last week, I went through and kind of did my bias, or looking through what I had predicted for the week to look like, and I was right on all of them. So round of applause. I think that was pretty awesome, which I think I talked a little bit about last week, making you more confident. So that's definitely a good thing. I was also able to, with my analysis, move forward and be more confident in the positions that I was taking this week and profit, which is amazing. So I'm really excited to kind of get started, and just see what the week holds. We are kind of in the middle of the week, or excuse me, in the middle of the month, rather. So we are going to see some news. I do believe US has news. I'm looking at my other computer here, but US has news on Monday. GBP has news on Tuesday, as well as CAD and the US, and AUD. GBP has news on Wednesday, and AUD has news on Wednesday. Thursday, same thing. Thursday has US news as well as CAD, and then Friday looks like US has news, which is Powell speaks on Friday. So with knowing all of that, let's just go ahead and get started, get jumping in. So I left a lot of my notes on. We're going to start on the weekly with AU. And I left a lot of notes on because it just helps us like a little bit of a guide. So starting on the weekly, I'm still wondering, are we going to be able to get out of this box of consolidation? Even though it's consolidation on the weekly, we'll still be able to make some move if we go down to like a lower time frame. Now, I'm not going to make any kind of move. Let me grab a little bit of a rectangle. I'm not going to make any kind of move until we're able to get past this zone right here. Once we're able to get past this zone, I will take a position going in the bearish direction, but only to here. And then once we get to here into this zone, which is what, 62,000, I'll be waiting to see what price is going to actually do past this point. But like I said, I'm waiting to see if price is going to actually be able to break this previous zone that it was at these last couple times, which is what, this is March 10th and then April the 28th, around that time frame. If it's able to break past here, then I'll be looking to set up a position. Let's go real quick to the 4-hour. Yeah, kind of the same. Like, you could potentially, I mean, it's all in how you set up your plan, right? Your Forex strategy or your Forex plan. Right now, it looks like it's headed up for a little bit of a retest, and then we'll probably continue down until we get to here. But then until we get to here, I'm still not going to be putting in any kind of position. I got to see a break and a retest past here, and then I'll be looking at a bearish direction, which I'm okay with. I'm cool with that. But until price does that, I won't be doing anything here. I'm looking for that one thing in order for me to get to be past there, because then this may not be a 1-to-1, right? So like if your plan is set up for a 1-to-3 or a 3-to-1, sorry, a 3-to-1, and price doesn't even make it to here, then you maybe, this is looking closer to like a 1-to-1, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And if that's not how your plan is set up, don't go against what your plan is set up. Try to be consistent in what you have set yourself up for. So with that, I would be looking for price to get past here. Let me get a brush tool. So let's see, I'm hoping the price to break through this level, come back up for a retest in this space, which is matching up with this previous space, and then looking to see price get down, okay? And then that would be closer to like a 1-to-4, or 4-to-1. I think I can use this for a short position. So let's just say we did something like that. So I would put my retest space, something like that. I'm not using the 15. I have noticed sometimes with the 15, if you don't leave yourself enough room for that retest, it'll stop you out, and you know I'm famous for that. So this will be closer to something like a 5, like a 5-to-1, which is perfect. So until price gets to this space, then I won't be taking a position. So that's kind of what we got for AU. Let's jump over to EU. So on EU, starting on the weekly, EU actually still looks really good. I took a position on EU and was able to profit based on the week prior to that analysis. I did put this little mark on here because I did notice, like, I have set up or printed in front of me my 2023 Forex strategy. I have the daily for the direction, the determination only. I have the 4 and the 1 hour for the confluence, and then I have the 15-minute for execution. One thing I wanted to show you though with that is getting down to a 15-minute. What I've noticed, if I try to use my 15-minute as my execution space, if I don't leave myself enough room even on the 15-minute, then it will easily come up and stop me out. So like, let's pretend as though we decided to put our stop loss right here as a 15-minute. And then we're going to jump out and go to, I don't know, like the 1 hour. The 1 hour is not too bad, but to be safe, you need more room than that. I would honestly like for it to be sitting up somewhere closer to here. And that's just me, because in previous experiences that I've had putting myself in positions, if I don't leave myself enough room for price to come up and kind of do its thing, it'll quickly stop you out and head back in the same direction that you had predicted it was going to go into in the first place. So let me go down to the 4 hour. I know I need to like try to breathe in between the times that I'm speaking. Kind of like, you see where price is like kind of hesitated right here, and then it also, in hesitating right there, they kind of, price kind of met each other right here where it had previously rejected from. I need a little more room. Like, this to me, even though we be executing on a 15-minute, which is fine, all I'm saying is even on a 15-minute, leave yourself some more room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to look like a lot on the 15-minute, but at least you have some more room in case something happens. 15 minutes can go by super quick, and it's going to go by super quick. So you just want to leave yourself a little extra room for price to kind of do its thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back. Like I was saying, for EU, I am pretty confident that it's going to continue down. I believe what I'm waiting for right now is like a small retest so I can get back in on it. I just didn't want to hold it through the weekend, but I can easily see this being like, this was originally my first take profit, which is where profit was actually taken at. This would be take profit 2, and I'm just looking at where price had previously touched for its higher low. The next higher low was here, so this would be take profit 3. And then we'd be just kind of waiting to see if price would actually make it down to what appears to be a really long take profit 4. So again, I plan to get back in this one after I see a pretty decent retest on maybe, let's see, the 1 hour. So like, it's starting to kind of create a retest here, or it had started last week to create a retest on the 1 hour. I think 4 hours are pretty, solid, I guess, in terms of trying to figure out if there is going to be a retest. But what can tend to happen is if you wait too long and you don't take the opportunity maybe on a 1 hour, the price could take off without you and then continue to keep going. But there's always a chance to get back in when it comes down to these places where it's previously retouched. And then, look to get yourself into a position then. But that's completely how you are set up for your your plan. And I think I always preface, like, make sure that you're taking your own analysis and doing your own analysis and then going based upon what you have actually set out. Use this as a guide, but then also go through, do your own analysis so you can build that confidence as well. Let's shoot over to GU. Starting on the weekly is looking really bearish and actually looks pretty good. So this is one that I will be keeping my eye on, but it has to get past. Let's see, it looks kind of funky on the weekly, but it's probably right here where price is holding. So let's go to a smaller time frame and see exactly what's going on. So in order for me to feel confident, like, granted, let's even go to the 4. Oof. Let's see, let me scoot up here. So on the 4, I could see going to a position, like right now it looks like price has started up for a retest on the 4 hours, which is good. I would take a position in the bearish direction, but only until around this area, and I'm looking at where price was previously touched at, and the reason is because that was the last place that price had stopped. So until price, let me get you to a bigger time frame so you can see what I'm talking about. Until price actually gets beyond here, I can't really see it getting down here yet. Now once price gets to this area and we start seeing it get past some of these previous levels, then I'll be looking for it to take a longer road down on the bearish side. But I need to see some things happen and for price to actually get down here and hold before I'm actually comfortable putting in a position on GU. Granted, I still do see that it is going bearish or in the bearish direction, but again, I would still need to see price get to at least to this space, which was previously where it was, this space, and then from there, so like I would take a position going bearish, hold it until here, this would be my take profit, and then if price seems like it continues or it's wanting to continue down, then I will go ahead and look into another retest or a break and then a retest and then getting back in for a second position on GU. So let's jump over to UJ. This is probably gonna be the quickest video ever. So let's see. Right now, I still feel like I'm seeing a lot of consolidation. I left a lot of the same levels on, or the same, indications on from last time because it's still helpful. We're still in that space. So let's actually go over to the daily. Also, another thing, if you're unsure on like taking a position, use the Fibonacci. That's going to be a tool to help you get some of that sequence so you know where price is going, where price is headed, where price is going to stop at. That will help. I also use the Heikin-Ashi chart, which kind of indicates where price is at, if it's headed up or if it's headed down. So just make sure that you're using your confluences also to help you confirm whether or not to take that position. I'm not gonna lie, over the last maybe week or so, and it's funny because with that, in trading, I think we tend to forget there are many moving pieces and parts, right, to getting a good trade, right? So it's important to remember to use your confluences, use some of those tools that you have to make sure that it is actually headed in that direction, that you are actually putting it on correctly. So that's just something to keep in mind. So when it comes down to UJ, I don't plan to make any positions on UJ. I'm still feeling like we're very much stuck in consolidation. Now, granted, we have been able to get past here, so I'll be curious to see kind of what price does once it gets here. And we can even move this over a tad. But I still may not be making any type of moves on UJ. If I did, it would be to the upside for a bullish trade. Stop loss probably just below here. And then take profit just at here, but because that's where price was previously at when it stopped. So pretty easy week. Just keep an eye out for that news. That's going to play a part in how the market moves. Make sure that you're using your confluence. Always keep ahead of keep your head kind of above water and with confidence, and just, check your analysis. Make sure that your analysis and you feel good about it, and then when you do, you just move forward for it. You don't hold back. I know I've been holding back a little bit more, and I think it's important to just move forward with with your analysis and be confident in the decision that you made was the right one. So hopeful this was helpful. I hope you guys have a fantastic trading week. If you have questions or if there's something or a pair that you want me to go over, it's kind of all the same concept, maybe just a slightly different pair, but there are some markets that move a little bit faster. I hope you guys have a fantastic trading week. Get after it.